Hello, my name is Samantha Ruff, and my major presentation topic is Google Tools and how Google Tools assist teachers in the classroom. Google has been around for quite some time, and it's a very popular search engine for many users. It provides its users access to various tools to help with writing documents, editing documents, and sharing documents and files. These Google tools that I will be discussing include Google Docs, Google Forms, Google Sheets, Google Presentations, and Google Drive. As far as the classroom goes, teachers are able to, but are certainly not limited, to having easy access to these tools to help keeping and creating unique lesson plans and keeping these lesson plans organized, sharing information with other teachers, and connecting with students on various assignments like papers and homework. Google Docs. Google Docs is an online writing document that is easily accessible for many students and teachers. All you need to be able to create a Google document is simply create a Google account. Google Docs allows the creator to log into their Google account, create a document, edit, and share the document from anywhere with anyone else who also has a Google account. Google Docs provides its users with many templates that they can choose from to simply get an idea of how they should start a project or use to get a project started. Google Docs would be ideal for teachers to use in the classroom when students are working on papers, lab reports, and other basic documents. When a student decides to share a document with a teacher or just another classmate, the teacher can now write comments in the margin for the student to see, and the student can make changes to the paper from these comments. Google Docs would be an excellent tool for students in an English class that were working on a paper. While working on a rough draft, teachers would be able to contribute their comments and critiques for the students on their paper without students having to print out various copies and keep up with them when these papers contain these comments from teachers about how to better their paper. Here, I've included a basic screenshot of what it looks like when you go into Google Docs. As you can see, these are some of the templates that Google Docs provides with you, but certainly there are many more you can have access to. For instance, Resume, which we can see right now, is excellent for students in junior high and high school that are going into having a first job or will later go on to have a career. This is what it looks like when you open up a blank Google document. If you look in the upper right corner, you see the Share button. Now, if I were to click on the Share button, I could choose to share my document with anyone else who has a Google account. This way, they can make changes to my document, or they can leave me comments on what they would do to change it and help me better my paper. Google Forms. Google Forms can be used to create surveys and polls. The responses that come from these surveys and polls are collected on an online spreadsheet that's very easy for the creator of the poll or survey to navigate and see what their peers said. Forms was created to help gather data about specific topics. So in the classroom, Google Forms may be used to help students gather data for their own projects from their other classmates. It's easy to navigate, and teachers can easily see what projects students are working on and what data they have collected so far. Teachers may even set up their own survey or poll, and students can simply log into their Google account once the teacher has shared it with them and put in their answers for different class discussions or debates. Forms is a great way to help teachers see what students learned after a lesson. Teachers can have a multiple choice set up prepared, and students can log in on their phone or computer to input their answers. Google Sheets. With Google Sheets, you can build a basic spreadsheet or you can customize its look to fit your unique spreadsheet needs. This tool would be helpful for keeping up with grades and tracking students' weekly progress. And because it's through Google Drive, it's safe to use. Because this is a spreadsheet, teachers could use this tool to insert math equations and questions for quick access to students, and students can simply add in their answers. Also, using Google Sheets between teachers and administrators provides a convenient way to make schedules. For example, class schedules, parent-teacher conferences, and playground and lunch duty schedules. It would be a great tool to have for teachers to keep up with when it comes to parent-teacher conference times. A teacher can make a Google spreadsheet, share it with parents, and the parents can simply access that spreadsheet, go in, and put in the time available for them that works also with the teacher. Google Slides. Google Slides, also called Google Presentation, provides users the ability to personalize their presentations and add in videos and animations. The tool can be used in the classroom to assist teachers in lesson planning and also lesson presenting. Students can use Google Slides to create presentations for class. It would be a great tool, for example, a history presentation that students may be working on. Because Google Slides is through Google Drive, students may continue working on a presentation at home without missing a beat. So they can be working on the project at school, go home, pull it up on their laptop, and just keep working on it. If it's a group project, they can all get together and contribute. Sometimes PowerPoints can look dull, and Slides has a variety of features to keep the audience, students, engaged, which is especially useful in the classroom no matter what age group you're talking about. If it's kindergarten or 12th grade, you always want to make sure that the students are able to stay engaged and that you have their attention. And since this is a Google project, users are able to look up information and add it right into the presentation, which is great because, of course, it's a feature on Google, so you can Google your question, find the information, and just slide it in to the presentation. So along with Google Docs, Google Slides also has templates available. So if you're not sure where to start, it has a lot of options to choose from, or if you know exactly what you want to do, you can go in with a blank document. Google Slides looks somewhat similar to PowerPoint from Windows, but it has different features you can add in, and it's just simple things from the lighting of the background to inserting videos and even animations, which is great, especially when you're talking about little kids. You know, it's a great way to keep them engaged. Then we have Google Drive. Google Drive allows its users to store documents and other files on a safe server. For teachers, they may work on a project or lesson plan in class, and this allows them to go home and pull it up right where they left off. So this means that Google Docs, Google Forms, Google Sheets, Google Presentations, and Google Drive are all on Google Drive. So you don't have to worry about losing something. So sharing lesson plans is also easier when you share a Google Drive with other teachers because they can contribute and add in comments or ideas for different lesson plans that every class has to do. Also, teachers can share a drive with students that contain online assignments. This way, students cannot simply lose papers or say that they left them at home because they'll be available on Google Drive. And if a student is, say, sick or out of town, teachers can upload assignments or lecture material for the student to look at and learn from, and they can complete homework assignments without it being a big deal that they weren't in class. So they can still learn even if they're homesick. For example, teachers may have a specific drive for students to keep up with lab reports in, say, a biology or a chemistry class where you have lots of lab reports to keep up with. So Google Tools provides endless ways for teachers to create course material and connect with their students both inside and outside of the classroom, and also share lesson material with other teachers. And I mean, 20 years ago, this was not available for teachers, so it's a big step up. And Google Tools can be accessed not just from a computer, but also from a tablet or your cell phone. Basically, any device that has access to the internet has access to connect with Google Tools. And because Google Tools are available through all online devices, you're going to have students who may not have a computer at home or may not have a smartphone, so they can visit a library or use a family member or a friend's computer, and all they have to do is log into their Google account, and all the documents they need are right there for them to access, which is great. Now, I myself did not know about some of these Google tools, like Google Presentations and Google Forms. So this was also a learning experience for me, and I learned a lot of valuable stuff that I cannot wait to use in the classroom. And I hope you all learned something as well.